GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
GUVI, a vernacular edutech brand, skilling everyone everywhere.
Hello, welcome to Galata Plus Reviews. This is the review of the new Malayalam movie Thankamani, written and directed by Radish Raghunandan. Thankamani is a cinematic and partly fictionalized take on a dark chapter in Kerala's political and cultural history. Some of the names of the characters, establishments, and incidents have been altered, but the name of the place where this harrowing central event occurred remains the same, and it's also the title of the movie. Generally, the expectation with any true story based movie is that the filmmakers do justice to the event while also keeping in mind that this is, after all, a work of entertainment. Thankamani, however, fails on both fronts. Now, before I get further into the review, I must mention that Radish Raghunandan made quite a decent directorial debut with Udal, which evoked the necessary emotions and also delivered the prerequisite catharsis expected of any good revenge story. Udal also had the advantage of solidly sketched character and behavior detailing despite lacking in much depth. Thankamani, on the other hand, works too hard to hammer home its emotions. Everything is fed to us forcefully. The over-reliance on a mismatched and tiresomely repetitive background score and heavy melodrama to make us feel something is a telltale sign of a bad movie. It doesn't help that Dileep, Neeta Pillai, Malavika Menon and everyone else are playing wafer-thin template characters that we have seen numerous times before. There is the good-hearted and protective husband and brother, and there is the distressed, doomed wife and sister, and the rest of the family and friends. Also, Dileep's decision to paint himself as a mass hero in a movie based on an actual event is in poor taste. In one sequence where he bashes a bunch of policemen who were not involved in the original incident, you begin to wonder whether the actor, who is an accused in the 2017 actress abduction and assault case, is trying to gain some cathartic relief from it. Thankamani is the latest entry in the series of Dileep movies where he plays someone wrongfully accused of a crime. And speaking of crimes, I must mention trigger warnings for sexual assault, even though most of the gruesome violence in the movie is subjected to the male characters, both good and bad. This filmmaking choice comes as a modicum of relief in an otherwise gloriously self-indulgent movie. This self-indulgent quality not only applies to the bloody paybacks, which by the way lack impact considering how most of them occur before we get to the dark flashbacks, and the ridiculously gimmicky camera work, which at times opts for some pointless acrobatics. And I'm wondering what's with the predominantly violet tint that sticks out like a sore thumb. It is as though the makers dipped the entire movie in Ujala. The worst culprits in the movie, however, are the caricaturish police characters, beginning with Pranitha Subhash, police commissioner, who is put in the unfortunate position of engaging in the most awkward dialogue deliveries with Dileep and Major Ravi. Don't get me started on him. And there is, of course, the awkward facial expressions which always accompany these. Perhaps someone told Pranitha to prepare for an 80s devotional serial, but was informed at the last minute that she was to star in a Malayalam movie releasing in 2024. But then she's not the only terribly miscast name in the movie. What about her subordinates who behave like robots programmed to act just like her? None of them has any personality whatsoever. At one point, one female team member shows up with a laptop, but she's not given any lines and she's nowhere to be seen later. Man, it's a long list. We often say serial level making to describe movies that are like this, but saying that would be offensive to all the good serials out there. Thankamani is one of those movies that makes you want to take a bath after it's over. So that's the review of Thankamani. See you all next time.
GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
GUVI, a vernacular edutech brand, skilling everyone everywhere.